I find the role as mayor incredibly rewarding. I really enjoy getting to know the different groups and getting to know what are their concerns, what are their issues, but also joining with them and celebrating festivals and different events that bring us together as a community. One of the things I love most about being the mayor is the citizenship ceremonies, especially for me as a former Minister of Immigration, to stand there and hand to a proud person or to a family their certificate of citizenship. Nothing makes me happier, and we do try and make it a really special night as we encourage everyone to celebrate their culture, their traditions, their history, their language. I always say you bring them with you, and that's why we as a community are enriched by all those who come. I think I've achieved a lot in my second term as Christchurch's mayor. I believe that we have been able to deliver a number of facilities which we've been able to reopen or open brand new facilities. The library, I think, has been extraordinary right in the heart of the city. And it's just an extraordinary opportunity for the community to come together and celebrate our city. I've invested a lot of time and energy in developing strong working relationships right across the board. So one of the things that I'm most proud of is the relationship that we've developed with China Southern and the direct flight that we have between here and Guangzhou. And I actually remember saying when I first became the mayor that I dreamt of the day that we would go to sleep leaving here, Christchurch, in the air and waking up in Guangzhou, and it has happened. So I want to keep building on the momentum. It is really important that we get the job done, that we get things finished, and I've got a few policies that I want to implement. We do need to finish doing some work on the east. There's a lot of work still to do around roads and footpaths, and they might sound boring, but actually they're a little bit about how everyday life has got to be made reasonable for people. We have to focus on our water, we have to focus on the east, we have to focus on the CBD, because every city that's worth its salt has got a vibrant and dynamic central city. I'm moving back into the central city for the first time in a long time, and I can't wait. I think it's really important to focus on the central city because every city has got to have that sense of dynamism, that real buzz of activity. We need more people living there. It is true that we need people visiting as well, so we need lots of activities, tourism activities, those sorts of things that encourage people to visit, but actually people living in the central city, that's what will make the difference. So as a mayor, I'm really pushing for more investment in the central city for residential options and to make sure that there are incentives for people who want to live there. I think what happened on March 15, it was just the worst atrocity that anyone could ever imagine, and in fact nobody could ever imagine it happening here. We're a safe city and we are a secure environment. The trouble is that somebody chose to come here and to commit this terrible, terrible crime. I think that the way the city came together and responded, that's who we are, and that's our natural instinct. After we had the earthquakes, people came together, they helped each other. And that's what happened after the shootings as well. People came together. Christchurch passed a multicultural strategy just a couple of years ago, and the whole idea behind the multicultural strategy was to make sure that we're a very open city and that we embrace all the different communities that make up this fantastic city. And that's what I stand for, and I know that it's something that I'll always stand for. The things that I really enjoy doing is I enjoy walking, so I go for a walk every Sunday around Hagley Park and Botanic Gardens, so I just love that. I'm also a hobby photographer, so photography is my hobby. That's what I love doing. I love reading, and you asked me for my latest book. I normally read in the Christmas holidays, so I buy books during the year and I take a big pile away with me and I read them. But I did read a book from Holland called Too Big, which was written by a guy called Henk Ovink, which is Rebuild by Design. and he was involved in. He's involved in climate change. He's involved in water issues from the Netherlands, and of course, water is a big issue here in Christchurch. And he's very interested in a number of different aspects of climate change and water. So Too Big was the work that he did with a number of communities after Hurricane Sandy in the state of New York and Jersey across the way, and really helped people get involved as communities in rebuilding by design. A great story, and an inspiration to us all.